It's William Michael Forbes. I want to welcome you to Shortcut for Your Soul. I'm a spiritual medium, a channel, and an intuitive life coach. And today I have a being by the name of Archangel Raphael with me. And he says it's about time we understand this concept of how to calm the great storm. Because there is a great storm going on the planet right now through human collective unconsciousness. Good morning, Animal. And if you wouldn't mind, take a few minutes to share this video out to others, subscribe to the channel, and remember to hit the notification bell so you'll get notified when we go live here. It's a very powerful time. The whole solar system is changing, and people keep thinking that it's something far away that's affecting us here, but it's us here that's affecting far away. It goes both ways. You know, the conundrum with science about cause and effect. You know, what causes your emotion? Do your thoughts cause emotion, or do emotions cause thoughts? Well, it can go either way, but the great storm is literally upon us right now as a species. We are literally encapsulated in this emotional storm, and we are seeing the effects of it in our social, political, economic, and personal lives, physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. When you are stuck in the idea that you have no control over your thoughts, or that you have no control over your emotions, or that you have no control over what is occurring in the world around you, you will experience the great storm. It is unnecessary for many of you, but many of you are experiencing to get this contrast between that which is true and that which is not true. Discovering your own capabilities to alter and change the conditions of your mind and body are very important right now. Many of you do not realize what you're doing. Many of you don't know what you are doing with your thoughts and your emotions. And most of you don't even choose to even think your thoughts and emotions. And this causes the greatest distress among your species. The greatest distress. Good morning, everybody. I have Archangel Raphael here with me today. The correlation between mental and physical disease is undeniable. He wants to clarify this right now. The correlation between mental and emotional disease is undeniable. And once you understand the distinction between yourself as the awareness that inhabits the vehicle, you then move into the position of responsibility. Hello, Scotland. You have a position of responsibility then over mind and matter. That's why you're here, to have control over mind and matter, to learn that process. And so you create these challenges unnecessarily for yourself in the hopes that something out there is going to provide you with a solution for your suffering. And you are the solution for your suffering. Good morning, Desiree. I'm just going to share this up to another page as well. And so we come to this place where we are watching humanity thrash about in fear and panic, trying to run to something out there, some pill, some drug, some vaccine, to find a way to still and quiet and calm your mind. And you cannot continue to place the responsibility for your creative abilities on the world around you. For you are divine creator. You are divine healer. You are divine manifester. You are that. You must understand this. You call upon all of us to assist you, and we offer you information and ideas. We inspire you. We give you signals and symbols in the hope that you will recognize that there is another realm of perception available to you, that you yourself are equal in potential as we are. It takes a little bit of effort to control your own thoughts. It takes a little bit of effort to realize your emotions are not the center of your world and your identity. They're simply the substance that you create the conditions of your life with. And it's so true, isn't it? We do. We really do. He's laughing because we are still, he says, there's this thing you call the galactic wave that's coming in right now. It is. I don't know if any of you guys are feeling it, but I certainly felt it for the last couple of nights, where there's literally this wave of energy that's an effect back. I don't know if any of you guys have ever played squash, or you've thrown a ball against a wall, and you throw the ball or you hit the ball against the wall and it comes back at you, right? We as a species have risen from the muck of the planet as single-celled organisms, and we evolved our biology to this state here. We evolved our biology from repeated experience to this state, this mechanism. And every single organism, the knowledge of which is stored in your DNA and is available for you to use. You may use your DNA willfully and deliberately to heal, to cure, to create. There are certain strands of DNA in your body that will enable you to access the divine. That is your next step, to access that. But many of you don't want to do this. Many of you are waiting for the pill or the drug or the needle to fix you up, to liberate you from your suffering. And you are the liberator. You are the liberator. He says, there are many situations in which I have been called to intervene on behalf of you for your health. But our interventions are not simply to ameliorate the causes of the effects of your own conditions, but to simply give you the awareness that change and transformation are possible even in an instant. Even in an instant, healing, peace, joy, love, expansion, freedom are available from within yourself. We simply offer you the opportunity to gain the awareness that that is the case. That is the case. So when I started talking to him about the way I've been, this energy, he said, William, that's the effects of your own cause. The energy that you're feeling coming back at you is the energy you've been putting out. And so you learn to align yourself to love, and even the energy you're feeling, if it's anger or fear or guilt or shame or anxiety or whatever the emotional energy is, that's just energy. It's not who you are. And so when you feel those energies, literally embrace them lovingly. There'll be an immediate change. When you embrace energies that you're aware of that are uncomfortable, and you embrace them from a vibrational perspective of love, you will experience a change in that energy. And that change in energy gives you direct evidence and proof of your own divinity, your own ability to effect immediate change in this condition of time and space in which you find yourself. They don't have the same challenges that we have, because they're at a vibrational, he's calling it a vibrational constant, where they can deliberately alter and adjust energy so that it doesn't affect them adversely. So changes happen because of their interaction with other beings, but their ability to move with the energy, to operate in a non-conflicting way with it, is well established in their consciousness. I don't know if you ever watched a flock of birds or a school of fish that are all swimming together. It's kind of like that. You recognize there's this massive amount of movement around you, but you can go with it. You don't fight it. You don't attack it. You don't go against it. So when you find emotions coming up within you, or emotions being projected at you from the world around you, that does not mean you have to become subjected to them or lost in them. Extend your love to the awareness of that energy. So if you feel fear or you feel anger, then move into a state of love and be that, and direct that vibration of love to those antagonizing states of energy in your body or in the environment around you. You will begin to see changes. You are as we are, he says. You are as we are. You are here to realize that. And so there are effects coming back to humanity based on our own causes, the wars and the battles and the atrocities that we've committed as a species over millennium. Come back to visit us. You cannot have an effect without a cause, nor a cause without an effect. You can't. And so we put out our love and we put out our fear, and the dominant energies you put into the world are the dominant energies that you're going to experience. And you can carry that over from other lifetimes. He says, I know that better than anybody. And I have. I've carried a lot of stuff over from other lifetimes, and I've resolved a huge amount of it. And you yourself are in a place to do this right now. You don't have to wait. You don't have to wait for the doctor, the priest, the minister, the rabbi to provide you with something that you already possess. The mechanism, he says, the mechanism of your freedom is you. The mechanism of your freedom is you. You are the mechanism of your own freedom. Do you not understand the distinction between love as what you are and everything that this world has given you? The world has provided you with a plethora, a banquet of food and information, and you may choose to eat from one or the other or not. But what you will choose to consume, to ingest, to imbibe in your mind will become the reality of your world, and it is. Every once in a while, we'll watch a show on television just to remind ourselves that this world is so caught up in fear and suffering that it's permeated the world around us. You see it. You cannot turn on a TV or change your channels without seeing some story about you can't trust so and so. So and so is going to hurt you. The world isn't a safe place. Bad things happen to good people. That type of, I know. He said, he's laughing. He said, that type of thinking is simply that type of thinking. You do not have to engage it. Turn your attention away from any thoughts or ideas that would incline harm towards you or to others. Do not do that. Cool. We're going to go into Q&A today. Hello, Manoj. Hello, Maria. So getting to this place deliberately and intelligently, where you know that you are the creator. You are the creator. You are the creator of your experience. Good morning, Lori. Yes. Green smoothies, highly recommended. You want to start your day off right? Start your day off with a green smoothie. Mine is mango, spinach, organic strawberries, and coconut water, all blended into a beautiful smooth mix. Green, by the way, is Raphael's color too, right? And so we find ourselves at this place, in this juncture, where I've been inclined, and Norma's been inclined, and many of the light workers have been inclined to share the wisdom, the knowledge, and truth of the mystics and the masters, the multidimensional beings, the galactics, all these beings that are converging here in response to our call for love. They're here in response for our call to love. And those of us that are receiving the response from them from our call to love need to become the call. We need to become the love that we're seeking. Isn't that fascinating? To become the love that you're seeking. Yeah, I like that, Raphael. I really like that. To become the love that you're seeking. To become the joy that you're seeking. To become the peace that you're seeking. To become it. To not expect to get it given to you, but to become that which you are seeking. And in that becoming, you will find the liberation. If you choose to decide to ensnare your mind with joy and ensnare your mind with peace, there will be another table at which you can sit. There will be another table at which you can sit. What do you mean by that? The constant state of mind is the table of creation that each individual uses. The construction of information in their mind, the acquired experiences that they have for many lifetimes, formulates the gallery of creation in their mind. It is what they sit down to eat. And you may choose of what thought you may eat, what idea you may consume, and you may thusly have a good meal at the table of this life, or a bad meal at the table of this life. Although we watch many of you have both. One day you have something wonderful, and the next day you have something not so wonderful. But I can say to you of a truth, when you truly understand your own personal ability to choose thought, to change the energy of emotion within you, you will have a good meal to sit down to each and every moment. Life is not one bite, but it is a whole meal. I like that. Thank you so much. Life is not one bite. It is a whole meal. Thank you, guys. Thanks for that super chat. Really appreciate it. Let's go into some questions here. Yeah, so like getting this place of knowing that your mind is not who you are. Your emotions are not who you are. That's information stored in this system. Like your DNA is information stored in this system. Did you know you can activate your DNA? You can activate your DNA to cause different things in your body. You can literally activate a genetic tendency that's dormant. It's an amazing thing. It really, really is. What we have available to us as a consciousness. And most people don't know they are consciousness. Most people think, I'm John, or I'm Mary, or I'm Bill, or I'm Bob Smith. You know, a lot of people have this belief about who they think they are, and they think they are who they think they are, and it's not the case. You are the thinker, not your thoughts. The feeler, not your feelings. Yeah, so we go into this really fun here. Yeah, I get that. Question from Johnny. Hey, Johnny. Why did my friend Gabrielle leave so soon? Oh, this is a great question. The misunderstanding that so many of you have, the information that you've been given that is quite ineffective in teaching you the truth, this one did not understand very clearly their own ability to alter their mind, to alter their emotions. They were seeking again, as many of you are, to find the solution, the revolution in their own lives from outside of them, when the very nature and power of your own creation exists within you. This one did not leave. This one simply left their physical medium of expression. Please understand this. They left their physical medium of expression, and leaving their physical medium of expression does not offer a route to escape the responsibility of their own creative process. They will return, and they will return to master that which they must master in order to move on up in dimensional consciousness. The uncontrollable emotional tendencies that you are continually fed through your media, fear, doubt, mistrust. You are continually fed this, and you must learn to be very selective about what you will eat with your mind. This one is actually rejoicing to some degree, for they understand in your asking of them how they are, they can feel their awareness again. It will be done better the next time. It will be done with greater consciousness. I understand this now. It is very difficult when there is no one to show you sometimes. Yes. Yeah. So there's this process of mentorship. There's a process of mentorship that you need to find, especially if you're dealing with strong, powerful, negative emotional energy, and there's a lot of them being transmitted by people on the planet today. The masses are so caught up in fear, and I feel for them. I feel very compassionate for them, because I've been there. I've been in the state of absolute uncontrollable fear and terror, and that's led me to multiple suicide attempts when I was younger. So I understand the process, and learning to liberate yourself from thought and emotion, and knowing that you can change thought and emotion. They don't teach that to young people. They sit young people in front of TVs and video games, and you're watching this death and destruction, and you think you're going to find peace and joy when you close your eyes at night. You will not. You will not find peace and joy at the end of your day when you're playing games of killing and murdering and mayhem. You will not find peace in your mind from that. But you may restore peace to your mind. You may restore peace to your mind, for you are the great godsend. You are the great godsend. Wow. Thank you for that question, Johnny. Yeah. So he's not informed, but he's coming back. A lot of people make that mistake. They leave the form thinking they can escape the responsibility of learning to run mind and body. You learn to run mind and body by being in mind and body. You learn how it works. They don't teach children. They don't teach anybody in high school. I remember public school and high school. They didn't teach me that I could change my thoughts. They didn't teach me that I could learn to alter my emotions by the way I breathe or the way I walk. They never taught fundamental things that every child should be taught. That their emotions are energy. It's not who you are. It's energy you have access to create with. Anyway, I wish you much love, Johnny. Yeah. They're going to hang with you. They're going to be hanging with you until the vibrational match returns. What do you mean by that? So when a soul leaves the body, the vibrational quality that they are at as an awareness determines the type of form and conditions they'll come back into. In other words, if they're in a vibrational state of joy, they're going to come likely into a vibrational match for that joy biologically. If they leave in a state of rage and anger, they're going to come back into conditions that represent that, because that is what they need to learn to master. They're saying that Gabriel will master this very quickly this time. Please understand that when you leave that form, you will not remember who you think you are. You will be what you are, but you will not remember who you think you are. Some of you have this ability. Some of you have mastered enough that you can remember other lifetimes, and you can remember future times to come, when you're not identified as the flesh being the sole source of your identity and conditions of your experience and existence. Thank you so much, Johnny. Question from Manoj. Ancient yogis used to stay celibate to progress spiritually. Is there any benefits to staying celibate? Does it help in spirituality or awakening a kundalini? Absolutely. Understand, being celibate is not the only way that you can awaken the kundalini. You can awaken the kundalini in a very intimate relationship with someone. Yeah. I mean, Raphael says that was his favorite way. The cultivating spiritual kundalini and intimacy with another who is also engaged in the process of awakening the divine self through flesh. So that's his favorite. But there are other ways too. You can draw the kundalini up, literally up through the body. You are the kundalini. You are the kundalini. It's what you are. It's what all is. Life, energy, being. It's how we utilize and captivate that energy and translate that energy into meaningful expressions of thought, of action, of being. Right? He's saying you can remain celibate if you wish to. It's not as much fun, but you may do so. Be mindful. He's saying be mindful that when you do this, that you must learn to keep the lower centers closed so that you do not let your energy fall out. The inclinations for intimacy that you might wish to engage in with yourself are not advisable. Rather, to take that energy and you draw that energy up to higher functions. You draw that energy up to higher functions. What do you mean? Can you be more specific? Sexual energy. So your sexual energy, when you feel sexually wanting or yearning, take that energy and draw it up into the body. Bring it up to the higher centers of energy in your body. Cool. Thank you, Manoj. Great question. Thank you, Zar. Thank you, Jeanine. Really appreciate that. Question from Lydia. Will there be a time when all the underground tunnels are cleared on the planet? Well, understand there's a lot of underground tunnels being created on the planet because there's an effect, as Raphael was saying earlier, and I know I've been feeling it biologically and psychologically, the backflow. I mean, as a species, we've been putting out lots of energy into time-space, and now that energy is coming back. So what we've collectively generated, and we can change it, yes. He says we can change it very quickly. We put out a lot of fear and anger and frustration, especially over the last, he says mostly over the last 8 years. A great deal of it with our new technologies has been able to go out farther, faster. And you cannot have a cause without an effect. So we're having energy come back. Planets, stars, solar systems, galaxies energetically interact with each other. And we as a collective species are broadcasting this energy out. And so people are drilling all these tunnels all over the world to try and survive the effect of their own cause. But if we were to shift human collective unconsciousness to a dominant vibrational frequency of love, we would have nothing to fear. I want to repeat that again. If humanity's collective unconsciousness can be shifted from a vibrational energy of fear to love, we would have nothing to fear. For love organizes electrical currents very differently than does fear. Emotion is electrical energy. I'm going to draw a correlation with this because it's really important. And so as a collective species, and the light worker community is very aware of this, that the energy of love is essential for the transcendence of the existing conditions that we're starting to experience as signs of ascension symptoms, things like that. Changes on the sun, changes on the planet. You go into any site that studies the planets in our solar system are changing. There are vast changes going on these planets. These are changes of energy, emotion, energy in motion. So yeah, these tunnels they're building them to try and survive, right? And the tunnels that they've been using to transport the people for the purpose of manufacturing that chemical called adrenochrome, well, that's going to be shut down. It is being shut down as we speak. But you cannot have an effect without a cause, nor a cause without an effect. Yes, he's saying that it's laughable to think that you could be angry at somebody and expect them to love you. This is very insane, don't you think? To be angry at someone and expect that they should love you, to be fearful and expect that you'll be comforted. No, you must understand you cannot not have the cause of effects that you have because of the causes that you are causing. Wow, tunnels. Yeah. Question from Kathy. How can I find the right compassionate words to console those moms who lose a child during their pregnancy or at the time of their... Wow, Kathy, I don't know who's coming in right now, but they're coming in very strong. I'm feeling this really Master Jesus and Mother Mary coming in, and they're saying it is for them to know that the time must change. The expectation of what is different than what is really desired. These ones must understand that those souls that would choose to come through them may change their mind. For all of you can do this. You may enter and leave the body as you wish. We recommend that you do this from the perspective of love and joy. There is an alignment that is necessary for specific souls, and those ones who are conceiving of children must be very clear on the alignment of their energy. But those ones are not gone. They simply have made a different movement in time and space. And it's true. I want to say this. Yes. Tell them to remember it is the love that binds. It is the fear that separates. The essence of a child as strictly being a physical form is an error. It is the awareness of that soul, not the flesh, the awareness of the soul. Allow these ones to remember the soul they are bringing in. And it is the awareness of that soul that brings them in. As equally as some of you that are bearing children that you did not mean to bear, it is your unawareness of that soul that allowed them to come in too. Yeah, but these ones, yes, you do not own these children. You do not own these souls. They come by choice, not by force. But is there something very specific we could she can offer the mothers? Tell them not to mourn. Tell them to rejoice, for the time is not yet at hand, but it will come. Tell them if they truly desire this one, you do not give up. You align yourself to the energy of what it is you desire. You're not simply desiring a thing of flesh. You are desiring a thing of spirit. What is the spirit which you are calling forth in your life? Is it the spirit of love? Is it the spirit of joy? Is it the experience of excitement and playfulness? Be very mindful of what it is you would choose to invite into your life. Be very mindful of this, for that is what you will receive. If you have any fear about what you will receive, you can always get off the ride, as can they. For they make choices too. Do not make it all the responsibility of yourself. For they make choices too, to come and to go. I remember I want to tell a short story here. My daughter's mother, when she gave birth to our daughter, and she was about 3 years old. She'd gotten pregnant, and 3 months into the pregnancy, we got this message that it wasn't the time. And so we asked that soul if they would mind leaving and coming back. And literally within 24 hours, my ex-wife spontaneously had an abortion, spontaneously. Within 24 hours, asking the soul, this wasn't the time. We felt this wasn't the time. And it left. And literally 6 months later, when we called that soul back in, she got pregnant again. We ended up having my daughter, Holly. And 3 years after her birth, Holly walked up to her mother and pointed at her mother's stomach at 3 years of age and said, "Mommy, I was there before and I left and I came back because you asked me to." She was 3 years old when she said that. She doesn't remember saying that to us now, but we were stunned and overjoyed that that soul had that awareness of the body. So remember, it's not just about what you're getting. I don't want to have a child. You're literally being a conduit for a soul that has a purpose. And if you're clear about that, pregnancy will happen and happen efficiently and easily. You can't have children for the sake of having children. You need to have children because each one has a purpose. You want to support and sustain that. Wow, intense energy. Thank you. Question from Kelly. Is there anything my guides would like me to tell or like to tell me today? Wow, a lot of you guys are bringing a lot of people in today. It's going to get crowded in here. It's never really crowded. It's just very energy. The energies can change so fast from one soul to another. It really does. You know, understanding that. Where'd you go? I'm just going to open this chat up again. Drusilla, a message for you. We'll get to you in a moment, Kellyanne, because they're coming in pretty strongly. Drusilla, they're saying something about the tone of voice. Listen to the sound of your voice in your mind. Is it pleasing to you? Ensure that your voice is pleasing to you in here. Did you know you can do this? That you can make your voice pleasing in your own mind? You have that power, that ability to choose the voice in your head. But it's a skill that many of you do not utilize. Many of you just accept the thoughts and the information in your head as the only voice you'll listen to. But know that you can change the voice you hear in your head to that of joy, compassion, patience, perseverance, playfulness, excitement. Be mindful of the voice in your head. Thank you. Thank you, Drusilla. Wow. So Kelly, is there anything from my guides would like to tell me today? Is there anything? Wow. You got some really powerful guardian angels here. Very strong male and female warrior. These are serious warrior beings that work for you. The closest approximation I can get to describing the male warrior is like the same kind of energy and size as Chris Hemsworth, if you know that actor, the one that plays Thor, that kind of energy. The female is very, very slim, but very like light, lots of light around her, very fairy-like. Yes. It is important you balance force. It is important you balance force of power with the wisdom of compassion. Balance your force of power with the wisdom of compassion. Is that for today, or is that this is something she is in the process of mastering? The force of your power with the wisdom of compassion. That's beautiful. Thank you so much for that. I love that. It's great. You never know what's going to come through sometimes. Okay. Question from Janine Rabi. Are there any messages from my parents or sister, especially in regards to my younger brother and myself? Wow. Surrounded by love. First of all, surrounding you with love. We are surrounding you with love. Yeah. Awaken your light. Awaken your light. Do not yearn so much for that which you have not lost. Wow. Do not yearn for that which you have not lost. We are with you. Tell him to be in your consolation. What do you mean? You must console him from the position of his own strength. Console him with the knowledge of his own strength. Console him with the knowledge of his own strength. You know how to do this. You have taken our place for him in this world, but we are with you both. Wow. So that role that you've taken with your brother, you literally, wow, you got some stuff going on from other lifetimes there. You've really brought through the opportunity to become a mom in a very different way. At the same time, it gave him the chance to really become, recognize that love is not about a certain person, place, or thing. That is, love can come from within, but it can also come from other people. It doesn't have to come from certain people. I hope that helps. Please leave your questions and comments in the comments section when you experience any changes as a result of this. Question from Sunny. How can I help my toddler with speaking? Thank you. Oh, wow. An exciting question. I don't know. I think this is their higher self coming through. Think the thoughts of speech. Wow, telepathic. I hear you in thought. I hear you in thought. Yeah. They hear you in thought. Do not fear, for I hear. The timing of when my body will speak is my own, not yours. I did not come here to be the absolver of your suffering. You came here to be the guide for me to actualize myself. But the words and the speech that will come require your patience and your love. Be gentle, speak with me. Be gentle, speak with me. Have no expectation. Have no expectation. Give me this space in your comfort. Give me the space in your comfort. Wow. Something about, there's something, it's trying to show me something, holding up something. It's showing me the body holding up something, something holding up. Yeah. Something you have to hold up for them. There's something you need to hold up for them. I don't know what that is. It could be the concept they've just said. Be of gentle speak. But there's something you need to hold up for them. Wow. I don't know if that's, no, there's something, oh no, not hold up. There is an example that you need to be for them. That you hold yourself up as an example for them. Not to try and get them to be the way you think they need to be, but be an example for them to follow. It'll be easier for them, a lot easier for them. They'll learn that much faster if you're an example. Let's see, scroll down here. Yes, they are always teaching us. A question from I am. What is going on with me? I have felt I went backwards instead of progressing. You have not gone backwards. You're actually going forwards. Try not to get entrapped. Try not to get entrapped in the emotion of your past. Try not to get entrapped in the emotion of your past. There are so many people on the planet that are stuck in their past that they can't enjoy the present. Get out of your past. And we got our upcoming Mediumship 102 course this Saturday begins the orientation. Literally learning to let go of your past. Learning to not let your past emotions, your past memories to dictate what you're going to create today or what you're going to create tomorrow. Most people are reliving their past present. So people are repeating the same shit all the time, having the same problems over and over and over again. It's because their past is in their present. And they keep it there. They focus on it. They dwell on it. They dwell on their sadness. They dwell on their suffering. And all the people around them are caught up in that too. Get out of your mind. Learn to master your mind. Our Mediumship 102 course is about that. Learning to become the master of the temple. You are the thinker, not the thoughts. You're the feeler, not the feelings. Become the master of your temple. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Wonderful. Well, that's a great sweetness. Lauren, he's saying it is the sweetness of your soul. It is the sweetness of my consciousness and the sweetness of your soul. Orange, I love that. I really love that, Lauren. Great question. What did the scent of orange mean when she connected to God? Right, the sweetness of your soul. That's beautiful. Thank you so much. Question from Sandra: is there a partner or at least a platonic friendship awaiting me anytime soon? Um, uh, yes, who? Raphael. The that which you seek is that which you are. You desire a closeness with others in this world. And how close do you feel to your own mind and body? Do you delight and love and honor them? And do they you? Do you feel from them the respect, the honor, the care that you seek in a relationship with another, the relationship within you, within your body that you have with it, is responsible for what is occurring in your world around you. You must understand this, that the yearning that you feel, the yearning you feel will come to you when you recognize its fulfillment. When you recognize its fulfillment, can you imagine yourself in this energy of fulfillment, of what you call relationship, platonic or otherwise? I would recommend that you become clearer about what you want. The joy and ecstasy of the love that you seek, when you are in that, when you are being that, then rest assured it will be in your life, even as others. The quality of energy that you are able to align yourself determines the conditions of your experience materially. Many of you have forgotten this, but all of you have lived it. I like that. Wow. On the inside. Yeah. And it is, Sandra, like really go into the vibration of how it would feel if you already had that person, that experience in life. When you go into the energy of something, the energy, which is the emotion, when you go into the emotion of something, you're manifesting it. What Raphael was saying earlier about these energies coming back at us. Humanity's been putting out war and death and destruction for centuries now. And now we're seeing changes happening in our environment. We're seeing changes happening in the solar system. And we keep thinking that it's something out there is causing it. No, we've been putting that energy into life, and we can change it very quickly, right? So yeah, get into the energy of what it would be like right now and stay in it for a week. If you do that for a week, Sandra, just stay in the energy of you have that already. What does that feel like? And you indulge in that, consume that energy each and every day. Walk in it, breathe in it, talk in it. When you sit down to have a meal, with the feeling of that person with you. Rest assured, the energy of that will create the conditions in the world that match it. That's the truth for all of us right now. Every one of you right now, your life as it appears around you is an exact representation of the overall emotional quotient that you experience within you as awareness. So change the emotional qualities or quotient inside yourself, and you'll get a different formula in the world. It's all about emotional energy, and if you cannot master your mind, you will not master your emotions. If you cannot master your thoughts, you cannot master emotions. In our Mediumship 102 course, you'll get 3 weeks. You'll actually learn how to meditate. You'll learn to actually differentiate between you, your mind, and your body and your emotions, and learn to use them. And this is what humanity is struggling with, and most humans cannot even run their own thought processes. Most humans can't even run their own emotional process, and we're all struggling with that at different levels. I have moments where my mind and my emotions get out of my way when something triggers me, and we go into a lot of detail about how to deal with internal and external triggers, how you can change them and alter them and affect change in life very, very rapidly. So yeah, come and join us. Go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com/courses, and you can study the courses and sign up today. We start this Saturday. It's a 3-week program. Question from Julia. Why does my energy change suddenly and get depleted sometimes, usually high? Thanks. That's a great question, Julia. And we're not just dealing with our own energy on this planet. There's 7 billion human souls in matter here, all of them generating emotional fields, thought forms that produce qualities of energy. When you feel your energy is getting depleted, I recommend you drink some water, because depletion can come from dehydration. They're telling me that for you, that's a big thing. Make certain you drink water. If you feel depleted, drink water, right? Or you can also drink or consume living food. Live food will also do the same thing. It will bring your energy up, because sometimes your body needs rest. But there's a lot of emotional energy on this planet right now. Most of it fear-based, right? Most of it's fear-based, and that has an effect on our biology. So you need to become the cause that generates a field of love and joy, and keep that energy within you so powerful and strong. Stay in that energy. But yeah, you want to make certain your body isn't aligned, because the body, if you're moving, you can move your awareness into a state of love and bliss, and you can be in that state of love and bliss, stay in that energy, and it's so amazing. But as you bring higher vibrational frequencies of energy into the body, it needs more energy, right? As you bring a higher frequency of love into it, the body gets more active, or joy or playfulness, the body starts to use energy. So you want to replace that energy with good nutrition, good water, keep the vibrational frequency of the body up too. And you'll find it'll be easier to transmute those negative emotions that are all around you, right? And then they won't be around you anymore. Hello, South Africa. Wow. I got time for one more question, guys. No, Raphael says he'll take 2 more questions. Okay. Question from Desiree. What do you drink in the mornings for the green smoothie? Well, this green smoothie is organic strawberry, mango, 2 handfuls of spinach, and half a liter of coconut water and half a liter of distilled water goes into the mix, and then I blend up. It makes out about almost 2 liters, and then I drink. That's what I drink in the morning. In our Mediumship 101 program, which we're just finishing now, we had a gentleman named Chico who runs a program called Sun Food Living. The link is in the description box below any of my videos, Sun Food Living. And he has a wonderful program for transitioning away from highly processed and highly acidic and damaging foods, and transitioning over to healthy, vital, vibrant foods to keep your vibrational energy up in your body. So I encourage you to check that link out below. That's a great question, Desiree. Thank you. Question from Let Go My Ego. Do angels pray or need to pray? And will I win full custody of my son and help heal his speech delay and biological disorder this lifetime? If so, how? Thank you. Wow. I get a strong yes for all those questions, but it is contingent upon your ability to align yourself to the energy physically, emotionally, and mentally that supports and sustains the outcome that matches the conditions you would like to see in the world. You cannot be divided between will this happen, will this not happen. You will get mixed results. But if you're very clear from a position of love and grace, for it is your love and grace that you wish to sculpt the conditions of your world, not your fear and uncertainty, the vibrational state of your love and grace will offer you the greatest result in the experience of this. It is your love and your grace. The condition of his speech, again, this is a simple issue of understanding energy. For your children, especially with the mothers, your children receive vibrational energy more from the mother than from the father in the beginning. And the vibration of your energy affects theirs greatly, for they seek not simple biological nutrition from you in the womb, but they also seek the nutritional energy of love, of joy, of happiness, of excitement, of clarity, of peacefulness. You, as a parent, are a source of these energies for your children. And how often do you keep yourself aligned to those energies? For as often as you will demonstrate that you are aligned to love, your children will learn that and become that. Thank you so much for that question. One more question. Here we go here. Yeah, let your fear go too. Question from IM. Do you take payments for your class? Yes, we can make arrangements for that. Just send me an email, williammichaelforbes59@gmail.com. Just send me an email outlining your situation and circumstance, and we'll do what we can to help you work through that process. This is about you getting free. It's about humanity getting free. Your mind is meant to be your servant, not your master. So yeah, just shoot me an email, and we'll work something out for you. Thank you so much. You're very welcome, Mary. You're very welcome. Well, guys, I want to thank Archangel Raphael, Master Jesus, Mary. I want to thank the guardian angels of that person. Wow. And I want to thank the family that came through for that other person. Thank you so much. Do angels pray? No, Raphael's laughing. He's saying, no, we create. As angels, we create. Prayer is for those who are learning to create. Prayer is for those who are learning to create. We know we create. There is no uncertainty in this from our perspective. Wow, that was a great question. Nobody's ever asked that question before. That's so cool. Do angels pray? I love that. So cool. Wow, live chat. There we go. What a great day this has been. Again, it's just mind-blowing. We are at such a, yes, I get it. We are at such a crucial point in human creation right now. We are such a crucial point. We must align vibrationally to love. You'd be amazed at how quickly we can change conditions in this world. You know, they're saying that we're moving towards an ice age, right? Right? And then yet some say we're moving towards global warming. This polarity of hot and cold is because that's what we as a species are collectively doing. We're hot and we're cold, right? One second we're all about love and unity. The next second we're about fighting and being angry. You know, you can't get a silk purse out of a sow's ear. You know, you can't plant an acorn into the ground and expect to get a maple tree. We either are sowing seeds of love and joy and compassion and tolerance and acceptance towards all. And that means all those, even the beings out there that are being abusive and manipulative and controlling, they are putting energy into the system that creates that. You know, you must decide what you're going to put into your reality. I personally am choosing to align myself to love as frequently and as repeatedly as I can, because that's what I want for everybody. I want forever. That's what I have for myself, right? Wonderful. You're welcome, Lauren. So guys, listen, you have yourselves a joyful day. Remember, go to my website, williammichaelforbes.com. If you want to learn to start running your mind and getting your emotional field under your control, right? Because it's a tool. Emotion is energy, like your hand. Your hand is energy. Emotion is energy. Thought is energy. And you can learn to control them. Contrary to what conventional psychiatry and psychology tells most people, you can control your thoughts. You can control your emotions. You can alter biology as a result of how you use your thoughts and emotions. So come out to our Mediumship 102 program and learn to start mastering your mind. It's a very simple process, and we'll look forward to seeing some of you there. Much love, everybody. Have yourselves a wonderful, joyful day. We'll see you on Friday on Shortcuts to Your Soul then. Much love, everybody. Bye-bye.